Hello, my name's Jupiter Hadley, and I attended Develop Brighton recently. Develop Brighton is a huge event that happens seaside in England in a place called Brighton. And it's basically a huge conference with loads of different tracks and loads of different talks and so much going on. There are a bunch of different talks that follow various tracks, and those are the types of talks there are. There's an indie talk that talks about stuff from indies by indies. There's talks that are more technical on coding, on the business side of the games industry, on the audio side of the games industry, on the artsy side, on the design side. Just tons of different routes and interesting conversations happening. Along with that, there's an expo, which is upstairs, and this expo shows off tons and tons of indie games, as well as recruitment stuff and tools for indies and for game development in general. There's also a game jam that goes on alongside Develop at Develop, and awards that have to do with this game jam. I got the chance to judge the game jam, so I was really excited about that. There are awards as well for various different accomplishments and just tons going on, tons of awesome people, lots of networking opportunities. Around Develop, there's also loads of parties that people go to and put on and host for a variety of different things, from stuff like GamerBake to more game-focused launch-ish parties to just places where you can play more indie games. It's really a great experience, and I enjoy it every year. I hope you enjoy this video.